it's going to be a rainy game this weekend, something we see the weather. Now, last weekend was also supposed to potentially be a rainy game, didn't obviously end up happening. What are your initial thoughts kind of with the rain? How does it affect the matchup?
It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain a lot. It's this is gonna be different. I think it's gonna be really really wet, and it could kind of muddy up the game. Like it could be an equalizer in the sense that it could lead to turnovers. Teams facing each other 3 times. They really know each other. Kyle keeps saying you can't fool each other. It's going to be about physicality and all that. Well, in the rain, it could lead to fumbles and stuff like that. The other thing that maybe is in the Niners' favor is everyone realizes the way to beat the Niners is to sort of find a way to get the ball down the field. Like it's almost easier to throw it down the field than short against the Niners. And I don't know if it's a monsoon, like forget about it. It's just going to be running the ball. So maybe that plays in the Niners' favor. They have so many freaking running backs. They're built to run. They're built to stop the run. And Seattle isn't really built to stop the run. So the Niners are better than Seattle too. Pretty much in every single way. So that is another thing in the Niners' favor. But the rain will happen.
Yeah, I mean, the rain is going to be a big thing. And like you said, the Seattle Seahawks, they actually have been a fairly good passing attack downfield, and that's where the
Yeah.
Niners have struggled recently. They've got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, two receivers who have that downfield threat, and Geno Smith has thrown a pretty good deep ball
Yeah.
this year. Now, with the rain,
But
that
not
does
against the
go ahead.
Niners though.
That is
Not
true.
against the Niners though. It's
That is
like
true.
they haven't been able to block long enough to give Geno Smith the confidence to let it loose. We'll see if he can do it in the third try because all he does against the Niners is check it down. Not going to work.
Yeah. But like you said, it might be a running attack. And that's where I think the Niners might be ahead because of the one reason you brought up, their defense. Both teams run the ball fairly well. The 49ers are one of the better running teams in the NFL, but the Seahawks as well. They're top 10. I think they're seventh in the NFL at 4.8 yards per carry. But the difference, the Niners give up only 3.3 yards per carry this year. The Seahawks, they're amongst the league's worst, giving up 4.5 yards per carry. So there's a clear distinction between the two teams. There's not really an elite run defender in the Seahawks on their front seven. And to make matters worse, their top linebacker, Jordan Brooks, is not going to play. He's out for the season with an injury.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks shouldn't win this game. They shouldn't even be in the playoffs. They're supposed to be the worst team in the league. They're a year ahead of schedule. There's no pressure on them. The Niners should win. I mean, there's nothing you could point to that says Seattle should win this game. But except for it's going to rain, and it's the third time they face each other this year, and Pete Carroll is a damn good coach, frankly. You could say he's the coach of the year with what he's done with Geno Smith. Nothing against Geno, but like no one knew that Geno could do any of this until Pete Carroll
Until
made
this
it
year.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you got in that sense, it might be the team the Niners like least wanted to face in the first round. Like, Matt LaFleur, Kyle owns him. Brian Daboll, like that team isn't ready, and he's never faced Kyle. Pete's faced Kyle a lot of times. Doesn't mean he's going to do any better, but he might have a really good game plan. He might outcoach Kyle. But the Niners are so much better than the Seahawks, it might not matter.
Yeah, that's true.